Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grayson's Bookmark. Here on this channel, I host live streams and writing sprints on Fridays, at least for the past 5 or 6 Fridays. Guess what? My audio is working, which is fantastic. Yeah, how is everyone today? Today, we're going to be doing some writing sprints, naturally. There will be at least 4 today, possibly 5 if RNG seems to be kind to us today. And yeah, we're going to be doing some writing sprints and also going to be picking a deck of cards shortly to base our randomness on. Today I'm working on a young adult romance project called Seaside. I'm currently on the 4th draft. It has been a long journey so far, and one that I started even before my AuthorTube channel. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm just pulling up the Scrivener document right now so I can see what chapter I will be working on. It looks like chapter 35, so progress has been made. Progress is just trucking along. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on today. Let me know what you're going to be working on today if you're just joining us. And if you're watching the replay, let me know what you worked on during this stream. So I'm working on chapter 35 today. Yes, it's the 4th draft, and I don't have... This is an entirely new chapter for me. Like, it's not a rewrite of something that was in draft 3, which makes it a bit more slow going in this chapter. But, like, I have a pretty good idea, like, where I'm going with it. So, like, I think I'll be able to get a good chunk of it done today. We probably have around... What is it? On average, like an hour of writing sprints in a 2-hour stream. Maybe it's a little longer than that. And if I can write 1,000 words an hour, I can probably have it like half done today. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed to get this chapter done, or at least some nice progress on it done today. I think I'm going to be choosing my deck of B cards today. This is the very first deck of cards that ever came into my possession. It was a gift from my great aunt, who is kind of also my cousin, but I don't really understand how cousin removed things work. So, like, she's my mom's aunt. If you can translate that better, then good. And the reason these are B cards is because, like, there's bees on them. This is a Joker card, and it's writing a bee. I think it's so cute. And yeah, there's not much else to these cards. They just look like a regular deck of playing cards, except for the Jokers and then the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades looks like a beehive, and that says Consolidated Dougherty or Dowry. And yeah, I don't really know what that means, but like, these cards are well loved. They're a little dirty, but that's because I've just used them so often. Organized Queen is holding a flower, but like, those are pretty much the only embellishments this deck has. It's a really good, easy shuffler, and because I've used them so much before, they're like really easy to shuffle. Hello, Laura. I'm glad you're joining us today. And you were still working on the day job. Well, that is okay. I appreciate you showing up here during your work day. I worked for 2 hours today, a little bit earlier, and I'm going to be starting working like my normal work schedule, as normal as it can be, next week while I'm in grad school. So that will be fun to figure out. But for the first sprint, how this works is we're going to have 4 sprints to start out with. And for the first sprint, I'll draw 1 card. Second sprint, 2 cards. Third sprint, 3 cards. And for the fourth sprint, I'll draw 4 cards. And if there's if we get like really short numbers this whole time, we'll probably do a 5th sprint. But the risk is you could have a like upwards of 50-minute sprint. And that's a little dicey, but unlikely. So for the first sprint today, we're going to be drawing 1 card. And let's just jump right into it. I'm ready. Hope you're ready. Um, we have a queen, and face cards apply. Face cards, they don't apply. They mean 11 because I don't want to do that math. So our first sprint's going to be nice 11 minutes. Very easy, chill. Although it is the maximum number it could have been. Um, yeah, let me just write this down for my record so I don't lose track of everything that's going on today. But yes, we are having an 11-minute sprint. Haven't pulled up the timer yet, but that's fine. Laura needs more ideas for what to write my 100 word Halloween horror stories about. Oh, I already did a black cat, jack-o'-lanterns, and caramel apples. We're doing fog. What's your not else? What about like a ghost? Or like ghost is very horror, or like a zombie. Um, Spider. A witch. Um, I think fog is really interesting. Like it's like got this like creeping, lurking feeling, and like also like it can be invisible, but then suddenly opaque. I think that's a really neat idea. Also, I'm curious as to what a caramel apple horror story is about. And you can write 10, so like just go wild. Um, I mean, I can think of some more like skeleton. Halloween during the zombie apocalypse. It'd be kind of ironic though, because like I don't know what level of horror you mean. If it's this is like what age range these horror stories are for. Because if it was like a middle grade, then it'd be funny. Like people are dressed up as costumes, but like they're actual zombies. Um, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, I need to pull up the timer. Uh, Laura, if you would like more ideas, or let me know if any of those ideas were helpful, I can probably think of some more. Um, okay, just pulling up the timer now. Okay. Ooh, looks like our our sponsorship today is from Book Outlet. Um, I have shopped there a grand total of 1 time, and they will not leave me alone. Okay, so we have a 11-minute sprint for our first one. Nice little round off. Nice little warm up to get started with. Um, I don't need to be small right now. Um, the caramel apple. Oh, it's called apple. I couldn't read that. I'm sorry. It's called apple teeth, and the apple decays your teeth. When you bite into it, your teeth fall out. It's like the caramel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I asked. Not that that sounds like a bad story, but like I can't deal with teeth. uh, I'm gonna try to get that image out of my head with for the sprint. Yeah. I'm sorry I asked. Okay, let me pull up the sprint. It is horror, Laura. It is. Good job. Okay. Yes. 11 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's write. Okay, that was way too loud in my space. I hope that wasn't. I have no idea how loud that was. Like across across the stream. But I hope you weren't scared as badly as I was. Um, welcome back. Hello. How did we do that sprint? I am going to take off my banner. And I'm going to figure out my progress. I was working on chapter 35, just the very beginning of it. Laura is restoring the programs for work, but got a sentence, which is great. Okay. The fog seeps in the graves, shrouding tombstones in ethereal veils. I like it. That's a good sentence. That's a good sentence to start with. And if these are short stories, then one sentence might be like 0.5% of a story. So like that's good. That's good progress. Now I'm thinking about it. How many sentences are in a book? Like, if I am on, let's see, I'm at 55,000-ish words, and I wonder if Scrivener will show me how many sentences I've got. I think it does. Okay, so I found statistics, and so far I've got 6,500 sentences in 55 words. No, 55. 55,000 words. So that's, I don't know, like, I can't really do that fraction in my head, but there's a lot of sentences in a story. The less for a short story, and it's 11/100ths of the story. Isn't that like 10% though? Wait. 1/100th would be 1%. So you're 11%. And if are you writing flash fiction? Yeah. The math is not working for me. I got 252 words. I actually did paste a scene from draft 3, so that's why there were so much progress that time. But for the rest of the chapter, I'm honestly on my own, and so it's going to be slower from here on out. But that's okay, because all progress is progress, and all time spent is worthwhile. We are already we're not already at 30 minutes. We're at 23 minutes for this stream, which is pretty good. Right. I forgot my job. I was supposed to be shuffling cards. So I'm about to write a new scene in this chapter, and I got a comment on my beta reader feedback that my side characters kind of disappear after the midpoint, which is true. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to bring them back into the story and make them feel like their lives don't revolve around Luca and Julian. Like, I want them to still be their own characters without disappearing from the plot. So like, I'm giving them more plot, and that is what this scene will function as for Kayla, who is one of Julian's friends. Okay, so your story said to be 100 words. Yes. I thought that might be the case, but I also didn't want to go back and count the words. But yeah, but like, that sounds like so fun. But also so nerve-wracking. Like, what if you go like 103 words? Then you just gotta find 3 words to cut. But like, which 3 words to cut? I guess it's an exercise in brevity and using less prepositions, and being more focused with your details. I used to write flash fiction. I even have a video on my channel about like what the heck flash fiction is. It is probably over a year old at this point, because I thought I was going to make a series out of it, but I just didn't. I happened to be taking a flash fiction college course, which is really fun. but I just it's not that I lost my passion for it. I just wasn't told to be writing any flash fiction, so I didn't do any more. I thought it was cool. Like I felt like my stories were relatively good, but yeah, just kind of like I feel like my lane is mostly novel writing. Um, I have written poetry, have written song lyrics, um, written short stories. I've tried writing I'll call it a short story, but it was really like novella length. I put it on Wattpad like years ago, and like I hope no one finds it because I'm sure it wasn't really good. But that was before I started a novel, so like that was like a step to get to where I am now. But yeah, I feel like I've learned the most about how to write. Oh, I've done some creative nonfiction too, but I've definitely learned the most and practiced the most at novel writing. So like that's what I'm doing for now. Um, Laura likes cutting words. Okay. I'm trying to make it stronger, more visceral images with fewer, stronger words. Yeah. And I feel like that kind of skill carries over to like voice in writing a novel. I don't know if you're working on any novels, Laura, but I feel like brevity and impact is always going to benefit you in the long run. I feel like it's a good idea. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have our second sprint soon. As soon as I decide that I'm done shuffling these cards, these cards have gotten a lot of use playing a weird version of solitaire that I do not know the name of. Slapjack, war, not poker. I think I never played poker with these cards. Have played poker many times before though. Oh, Laura's querying right now. Oh, and it's a horror too. That makes sense why you're writing these stories. Um, that's fun. Well, I'll cross my fingers for you. Ooh, querying? That's so exciting, but also so scary. I'm trying to. Gosh, I don't know when I'm gonna query. I, I thought this fourth draft was gonna be like the last good draft, and I wouldn't have to really edit much after this. But I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna have a fifth draft after this. And I'm gonna do my very best to get this book done by the end of this year. I also wanted to query by the end of this year, but I might not be ready for the season by the time it comes around. So like, we will see what happens. But for now, gotta finish draft 4. Um, hello, Lady Neo. If you have a different name you prefer to be called, I can call you Lady Neo. Let me know. Yeah, we are about to hop into a second sprint, and it's going to be a little random because I use a deck of cards to pick numbers, but it could be anywhere between 2 and 22 minutes. The ace is the 1. So that's how we're running this. So let's find out how long we're sprinting for. And in the meantime, tell me what you're working on today. Okay, so our first card is a 10. Okay, and I will say Lady Neo then. So 10. So we already have like a decent number of minutes so far. And the second card is a 10. I promise these cards are shuffled, but honestly, a 20-minute sprint is a great sprint. So like, awesome. So how this works is we're going to now be sprinting for 20 minutes. Our third sprint later today will have 3 cards, and then our fourth sprint will have 4 cards. So let me set up this timer for 20 minutes. That's not sharing my screen. That's sharing my screen. Okay. So we're going to have 20 minutes on the clock as soon as I reset this. The sound I use for my timer is a bird song, but it could be like quite loud. So like this is what it sounds like. I lower the volume a little bit. But anyway, we're going to have a nice 20-minute writing sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's get writing. All right, friends, that was the end of the second sprint. I'll give you some time to collect yourself and your writing. Um, Lady Nia was working on typing chapter 10. Very nice. Um, Thank you for answering my question about Zeke, Laura. Um, I was trying, I know the sound Zeke is a name, but I couldn't figure out how to spell it. I was like, neither of those spellings look right to me, but I guess it's spelled like that. That doesn't look like Zeke at all, but it can't be Zeek. That's not a name. So anyway, that was my dilemma. It doesn't matter though because I decided to just cut it and explain the situation differently. So whatever. But thank you for answering. Um, so I was continuing to work on chapter 35, that sprint. Let me know what progress you got done. Um, I am figuring out how much progress I made. So I got 252 last time, and now I have. Let me see if I can just copy it. I think I got 353. It was pretty good. 353, and that was all new words. So, a good time for, what do I say? Good words per minute, in my opinion. So yeah. This is the tone I use when I run out of things to say. We can switch over to the comments tab. Okay. I want to know what's the weirdest name you've used in something you've written. For me, it's probably names that I had to make up. In fact, there is quite a weird name in my book right now that I'm working on. Her name is Alice, and that's spelled Alis, so kind of like Alice, but not. And there's a canonical reason behind that, but also it also sounds a little like alias, which it's not. It's, I don't know. Is a nickname an alias? I don't know. She's not like a mysterious character. Well, is she? I don't really know. I don't think she is. There's a surprise to do with her character in the book, but she's not necessarily a mysterious character. But that's the weirdest name I've used. I thought it was going to be Zeke, but apparently I don't need that anymore. Laura is at 44 words so far. Ooh, here's the whole chunk of the story. The fog seeps from the graves, shrouding tombstones in ethereal veils. Soil softened by the tears of the living left behind shifts, apparitions emerging as the veil between worlds thins. The dead move, forms suspended in the wafting water particles searching for their descendants. I like it. I will say that you have used veil twice in the first two sentences. I don't know if you care about that, but that's something I picked up on. And you didn't ask for my critique, so sorry if that's unwarranted. But we're going to have a third sprint very soon. And I hope your work is going well as well. If you're wondering what I'm doing in my journal, I draw little diagrams, so little boxes. So sprint 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes. So that's what I'm doing over here. Okay. Lady Nia got 225 words this round, but has been at this chapter for a while. Well, that's okay. 225 words is a good total for 20 minutes. That's good. I'm gonna stop doing that. just take a pause. Don't need to fill the space with an every time. There, just did it again. Lady Nia is on page 6 though. And that's good. I like your, what do you call that emoji face? Would you say that's I want to put a word to what this face is. I've used it before, and I know its meaning, like internally, but not tangibly. Like I can't name it. It only expresses a vibe, not a concrete thing. Anyway, we will have a third sprint soon, and I'll let you see before I do. We have first one is a 7. 8. Is it going to be a 9? Nope, it's 11. So, see if you can do this math quicker than me. You probably can. Is it 26? 11, 8, no. 11 plus 7 is 18 plus 8 is 26. Okay, great. Awesome. I can do basic addition. Okay, let me set up this timer. I'll give us a little more time to chat before I jump into the third sprint. I've been liking these like short sprints. I do best around 20 to 25-minute sprints. Any longer than that and my focus starts to drift, or I get tempted by my phone to look at what's going on. But like I don't really need to worry about that right now because 26 minutes is a good time. How do I share my screen again? I know how to do this. This is the 6th week in a row. Use StreamYard. I've been hosting these on Fridays after work consistently for like Camp Nano and now in August. But I will warn you, this schedule is going to change. But I can talk more about that after the sprint. Yeah, let me write down our timer so I don't forget. So this is 26 minutes. Okay, is everyone ready? Let's start our third sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy riding. Catastrophe. Interesting. Did not know. Look at that. What's the draft 2? Well, I thought I had more time than that, but it seems the third sprint is over. I noticed Laura had to drop off while we were sprinting, and that's okay. Have a good day, Laura. Um, I was very in the zone that sprint. But I got stuck at the very end on just semantics of trying to figure out a specific word for when things don't like fit together. But I couldn't figure it out. But I'm sure I will figure it out later in the next sprint. Which I think, what time are we at now? We are at 4:25. So depending on how long this last sprint is, we might have a fifth one with just a one card draw. We'll see what happens. I don't think I've ever done a 5 card draw. Maybe I did last sprint and I'm just forgetting. But yeah, we're gonna have a 4 card draw soon. I've just shuffled the previous cards back into the deck, so it'll be nice and good and fully random next time. But yeah, let me know what you got done that sprint while I figure out what I did. Okay. I did a surprising amount of work, at least in my opinion. Like it was flowing really well for me until I was trying to figure out this one word for things. I just don't know what word I would say for like not being able to thread, but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. I got 428 words for that 26-minute sprint. Speaking of sprint, let me turn off that banner. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I am about how far am I through the chapter? I'm about 1,000 words through the chapter, which is, about half the chapter. I think the chapter will be around 1,600 by the time I'm finished. I'll still need to add a little bit, and I might get it done in the next sprint, depending on how long it is. I'm kind of hoping for an around 30-minute one, like in the low 30s. That's what I want to aim for our 4th sprint. But of course, I can't control it. We might get a 4-minute sprint. That's just how it's going to work with cards. But yeah, it will be exciting and random. What else? I feel like I had something else to say. Okay, what do you think about the combination of peppermint and peanut butter? Because we have a hot debate right now in this chapter about whether or not this is a good flavor combination. Now, neither characters have tried this flavor combination, but I think it's intriguing. Unsure if it would actually taste good. Lady Neo got about 200 words. Good. I like peppermint and I like peanut butter separately. And I know there can be like Indian dishes that are like peanut sauce and also mint. So I don't think it'd be crazy to have peanut butter mint together. But also like this is in a cookie dough. So like they're making peanut butter peppermint cookies. And I don't think they would be very good at all. This book is a YA romance that I'm writing. I don't think you can get away with anything quite so silly in an adult book. Probably a middle grade, you can get away with it. But yeah, there was one. They were gonna make chocolate chip cookies, but then Kayla, Jillian's friend, was like, "No, let's make it weird. Let's ruin it." So that's what's going on right now. And now they're having just they're having a chat. They're having a heart-to-heart. Because they need that, and that's what's next in the plot. I probably am going to finish chapter 35 this sprint, and that makes me feel good. Okay, let me pull the 4 cards for our sprint while we continue to chat about this. Okay, we're going to have 11, 10. I want some low cards. 3. Okay, one more card. And 1. Okay. So not bad. See if you can do this math. I think it's going to be around 24. So it's 11 plus 10. 25. 25. That's a great number to sprint for. And also I'll show off the ace again. This is what's special about these cards, is that we have B cards, but the ace of spades is it's like a honeycomb hive. It's a hive, and there are I guess there are also like bees around the edges too. I didn't notice that one. And don't ask me to pronounce this word. I don't really know how to how to pronounce that. But yeah, these are B cards. The jack is holding a leaf, I guess, instead of like a weapon. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice 25-minute sprint. That's perfectly fine by me. And I think that will make this the last sprint of this stream. I think it's been nice. It's been nice to have these nice 11 minutes and then 20, 26, 25. I think this is really an ideal sprint day for us, or at least for me. Let me know how you like to sprint for. Do you like longer sprints or do you like shorter sprints? But whichever you prefer. We are next going to be having our last sprint for 25 minutes. If I can remember how to share the screen again. Again, thank you all for joining me today for these writing sprints. It's been really nice hanging out with you and writing. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you for writing with me this far. We have one more sprint left of 25 minutes, and it's gonna be great. I'll have a little closer after this 25 minutes, and I will also talk about the updated live streaming schedule after this. But yeah, let's get into the fourth and final writing sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right. That was the end of the 4th sprint. How did everyone do? Let me take off this banner and put on the end screen banner. We are just under a 2-hour stream, which is a very nice time to end on. Not too short and not too long either. That last sprint was 25 minutes, and I probably got, I'm going to say I just got like around 400 words. I can't really tell because I lost track of where I was last time in the story, but I'm at a total of 1,700 words for the chapter, which is almost finished. I've almost like breached the conflict I want to explore here. But yeah, it's going good. It's going well. I noticed Precious joined us, so hello. Leo is almost, no, not Leo. Lady Leo is almost done with chapter 10, which is a total of 2.5 thousand words, which is a beefy chapter. And you're so close to finishing, which is great. Well, don't let me stop you from continuing to be productive today. My chapters are quite short compared to that. It depends on the project for me, but this project, Seaside, that I'm working on, I've been keeping chapters around 1,800 to like, or I should say, it's probably in the range of 1,600 to 2,000 words per chapter. That's what I try to keep it at. I'm at chapter 35 right now, and I have 56,500 words. So I'm not sure where I can just do the math. I have a calculator. So we have 56,500 words divided by 35 chapters. That's around 1,600 words per chapter, which is about what it is. Yeah, overall, this is a very productive stream for me. I got a total of, it's not quite 1,700 because I had some notes in this chapter beforehand, but it's been good. It's been a nice chunk. Thank you all for humoring my randomness today and going along with it. You were very good sports today. I do want to update you about the live streaming schedule. Over the past month and like the first 2 weeks in August, I have been doing streaming from 3 to 5 p.m. on Fridays, but that is probably going to change, although not drastically, because I am going into grad school next week, which means I'm going to have quite a bit of a schedule change for me. So I don't know exactly when I will get back to live streaming. I think it's still going to be on Fridays because I'm not going to have classes on Fridays. But then again, I might be, working for my actual job on Friday. So I appreciate your patience while I figure out when exactly I'm going to be streaming. But if you want to know exactly when, you can subscribe to this channel and they will show up in your inbox, like in your subscriptions. That's how YouTube works. Yeah, they will show up in your subscription feed and you can hit that notification so you'll be reminded exactly when they go live. Precious is giving their brain a break, and you do deserve it. You do deserve a brain break, and thanks for subscribing. But yeah, I do all types of writing and bookish content on this channel. Going to be doing more streaming. I have a video to edit and a video to film later, so I'll be on the lookout for that. It's about this bookshelf. I just put it up, and like I think it's very cute. I did a little office makeover. Like I set it up better. But yeah, I hope y'all have been. I just said y'all. I'm so. The longer I do this, the more southern my accent becomes. But thank you all for joining me today. I make all types of writing and bookish content here. I won't be here next Friday, or I guess just be on the lookout. I am going to take a week off for streaming. And yeah, I think, and that is all I have to say. Almost done with chapter 35. Draft 4 is going strong. I had a video that I posted a few weeks ago about starting draft 4, and it was very good and productive, and I like that video. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Now I'm really properly wrapping up. Like the stream if you haven't already, and I hope to see you at one of my streams later. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you next time.